Check 1 2 2 2 2.
Test, test, 1 2 3. All right, welcome everybody to the Call of Duty Tournament. We got these audio issues fixed up, it seems like, and we are ready to go. Streaming this tournament live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So make sure to follow us on all 3 platforms and keep up to date with all of our content. Today we're bringing you Rise and Grind versus Arsenal Disaster, captained by Mystery and Arsenal GUI respectively. So we were doing a little talking with the teams beforehand. Both of these teams are relatively new to the COD competitive scene, with each team having 1 or 2 players that has played before, but no one that's really cemented themselves into that competitive scene. So we're going to be seeing a lot of development going on with these 2 teams, hopefully if they continue to come back and play in our tournaments in the future. One thing interesting to note, while we were going through the banning phase, both teams seemed very, let's call it hesitant, to have the night maps in rotation. Neither team seemed very, very happy about having the night maps in rotation, and 2 of them were banned out. We've got Azir Cave and Gunrunner at night. Both of those maps are banned out here. And I think it's because of the difference in play. It's completely different than the daytime maps. However, with that being said, not all 4 map bans today were night maps. Each team banned 1 night map. However, we had Arsenal Disaster that banned Piccadilly and Rise and Grind that banned Broadcast. So our first map that we're going to be playing today is going to be Azir Cave during the day, of course. And I'm just really excited to get into these matches. We're playing a best of 5 here today, so first team to 3 wins. Each team guaranteed to walk away with at least $50 for a free entry tournament, with the first place team taking away $100. We have both teams in the lobby, so we should be getting started here relatively quickly. One thing that's interesting to note is every single player is playing on a controller here today. Every single one. 8 out of the 10 players are on PlayStation, with 2 players, both being from Rise and Grind, playing on computers with a controller. So it's interesting that the 2 computer players have opted to use that controller input. However, it should be not be a surprise to most people, as most of the COD competitive scene is done on the PlayStation console. So most competitive players are more used to having the controller in their hands as opposed to a mouse and keyboard. But we're going to see how that affects the gameplay here in just a little bit. All right, it sounds like we are ready to get into the action. I believe we just need to get a quick confirmation from the captains, and we will get right into Azir Cave for our first round of Team Deathmatch Realism Cranked, or Hardcore Cranked. Now, one thing to also pay attention to in this tournament is that it is a team deathmatch tournament. There is no objective to hold. Now, a lot of people may not be used to non-objective based tournaments. However, it might be a nice change of pace, especially for a more casual tournament going on right now. We do have the cranked time in order to keep people from sitting and staying in one spot for long periods of time. Since there is no objective to play, there's not really a reason to have these players sitting in one spot. I'm interested to see if these teams split off in pairs or stay kind of grouped as a death ball comp. If they do all stay in one group, I think it could be pretty hard for each teammate to keep their crank timer refreshed. So I think we are going to see at least a little bit of splitting here. I don't know if anyone's going to split off solo and try to play something like a run and gun flank, especially on the Azir Cave. I wonder if the teams are going to gravitate towards outdoors combat or in the cave combat. The cave gives a lot of long side angles, but also some close quarter combat. But it is a little bit harder to acquire targets in there due to all of the clutter and the shadows in the cave. So we'll see what the teams opt for here. I'm sure we'll see a little bit of action in both places, though. Probably a little more action outside than what you and me are used to seeing in Call of Duty on Azir Cave due to the absence of kill streaks. Since there are no kill streaks, there's not going to be a big reason for players to be inside the cave, avoiding those aerial support vehicles. And as the commissioner mentioned beforehand, the only ban that we have for weapons, perks, and attachments in this tournament is the infamous Dragon's Breath. For those of you who don't know what Dragon's Breath is, it's a modified shotgun shell in some of the shotguns in this game that once you shoot a player with your shotgun shell, it's an incendiary round, so it lights them on fire. And so if your shotgun blast doesn't kill them in hardcore, usually the incendiary afterwards is enough to finish the job. We just thought it was a little too powerful to be used in a tournament such as this, so we've opted to run with a Dragon's Breath ban. However, every other attachment, perk, and weapon is available on the table for these teams to use. Okay, so we do have confirmation from Arsenal Disaster and Rise and Grind that both teams are ready, so let's get right into the games. Okay, and as we load in here to Azir Cave, let's get a look. Okay. We do have this 20-second countdown timer, just in case someone did get assigned to a wrong team, so that they have a quick chance to fix it. However, everything should be good here. And away we go with the Arsenal Disaster team in blue and on the Coalition team, and Rise and Grind for red. Now, it looks like we do have a little bit of a split. 3 in the cave, 2 outside right now for both teams. Looks like we might see some early action here on the side of Arsenal Joker and Ronald Clay. pushing close into Kid Cody. Kid Cody is going to go down. That's going to be an early kill, and some fighting going on in the cave as well, with a lot of action already happening here. Following Easvert getting shot in the back, he is going to go down to Lieutenant. Lieutenant taking down quite a few people already with a 4-0 KD early on in this round. Just holding that cave entrance, does finally go down to a headshot from the Kid. And that's going to be RNG trying to take a little bit more control of this cave site. With 3 players of Arsenal down, they're going to have a little bit of time to get settled here. Looks like we do see Gooey and the Kid trying to retake that cave entrance. Now all of Arsenal opting to go towards that cave entrance. However, one gets caught out outside, and that's going to be Joker going down, and the Kid also going down. Kid Cody taking down Gooey as well, and that's going to be a good split there for Arsenal. They're going to, or I'm sorry, for RNG, they're going to like that trade. 3 kills to 1. It's going to be a couple more kills going down in the cave here. A lot of engagements going on here, and something to notice is that only Easvert is running a semi-automatic weapon. However, he is putting down quite a few people with it. Going 5-2 currently. Best KD in the game at the moment. Does finally go down to Kid Cody, who is... oh, excuse me. Does finally go down to Kid Cody, who is holding that cave angle with that M4. No sights on it, opting for some nice ADS speed. Red doing a good job holding the cave. Lieutenant Mystery with a team kill on Lieutenant. That is unfortunate. Headshot his own teammate. Must have got caught in the crossfire while he's holding that long range. Ronald Clay taking down Mystery, holding that long angle. Staying there for quite a while. Pretty easy to spot out. That's going to be Arsenal finally getting a couple kills on the board. Trying to come back down by 8 kills currently in this match. Kid Cody opting to use the pistol. Has a couple of pistol kills here. Does get that nice M4 kill onto Gooey as Gooey tries to come into the cave entrance, get a little bit more map control for his team. Not going to quite do it. Ronald Clay with a nice shot behind cover to take out Lieutenant. And Kid Cody again opting to run with that pistol out for the quicker fire and ADS speed. And a lot of action happening in this market area. Looks like we're going to see another engagement here. Cave being held very well by RNG currently. Not letting Arsenal really get a foothold there. However, when they do pop out, Arsenal does have a good chance of getting some kills here. Muffin Lover with an interesting suicide. Looks like he accidentally set off his own bouncing Betty. Kid Cody with a nice another couple of kills in that cave area. Or I'm sorry, in that outside area. Getting taken down by Arsenal Gooey. Holding that half wall up at the top from the destroyed building. Oh, I apologize. And again, it's very interesting to see most of these engagements happening in the cave area. And I just realized that when Kid Cody when I said he might have accidentally blown himself up with a bouncing Betty, it was probably his crank timer actually going up. Watching his head explode there, I don't think there's a special indication for that in the kill cam. Now we've got Gooey possibly going down to a Simtex. Does end up staying alive, but does go down to Muffin Lover on that outside. Doing a good job of holding that outside for his team. Trying to keep that entrance to the cave blocked off for the rest of RNG. Now Arsenal Red, who is not on Arsenal, interestingly enough. Arsenal Red is playing for RNG. Making his way through the cave, coming out the other side, looking for a flank onto the rest of this team. Isn't going to quite find Easvert, who skips away. However, is right there with Gooey. Gooey is going to find the kill onto Muffin Lover, though. And the Kid actually takes down Arsenal Red. So now we're seeing a movement of the engagements from inside the cave to outside. We have no players in the cave right now. Very interesting considering the start of the game. But it does look like we are going to see Joker moving inside the cave with the Kid and Ronald Clay to try and retake that. with only Lieutenant for RNG moving into the cave. The rest of RNG outside the cave. Oh, and we do have Lieutenant going down, trying to get the flank, or Arsenal Red, rather, going down, trying to get the flank into the cave, catching the blue team by surprise. It's not going to happen the way he wanted it to, though. And it looks like we are going to have another engagement here on the cave side, and that's going to be Mystery taking out the kid, holding that long angle with that scope. One of the only players, I believe, using a longer range scope right now. Everybody else opting for iron sights or red dots. Now we're going to see Arsenal regrouping. 1 moving into the cave, 2 moving out of the cave. And that's going to be Gooey going down, getting spotted by Muffin Lover very quickly, trying to sneak out there. Didn't quite have the reaction time needed to take down Gooey. And we've got Mystery possibly running into a couple members here. And he is going to go down into the cave. Following Kid Cody, these two trying to retake the cave for themselves. A couple members of Arsenal on the other side of the cave. This is going to give Mystery a good chance to use that long-range scope he has to pick these people off from a sight line. Almost a team kill there. Very close to a team kill there. And that's going to be Mystery going down. It looks like his crank timer was running out, unfortunately. So that'll be the second one today. Muffin Lover doing a good job of covering the outside of the cave. Kid Cody going down to his crank timer. Muffin Lover with a 4 kill right there. A nice quad kill from Muffin Lover to cover the outside of the cave. And that's going to be a really good play for Arsenal here to probably cement their win. The score is 49 to 76, with Arsenal up by 27 kills now. And this is looking like an Arsenal favored map here. Or I'm sorry, a Rise and Grind favored map here, with Arsenal struggling to hold the inside of the cave. And this could be an issue of their team, Arsenal, not playing the long ranges as well. The kid also has a long range scope, just like Mystery. However, he is going 8 and 16, with Mystery going 10 and 13. He's not providing as much utility for the team as Mystery is right now. But the player of the game, in my opinion, right now, has to either be Arsenal Red or Muffin Lover. Both players absolutely fragging out, doing what they need to do to keep their team in front. Oh, no, and the kid falls off the bridge and kills himself. You hate to see it. But Muffin Lover also killing himself, interestingly, after a couple of kills. And now we're going to see another engagement happening in the cave here. And it looks like an AFK kill out in the back on the kid from Cody. Kid Cody also playing very well with that pistol, running around and getting the kills where he needs to. As the teams move back towards the center of the map to engage with each other. Got Easvert getting a kill there on Muffin Lover. Muffin Lover being very dangerous again for this RNG team, and needs to be sought after by Arsenal. It needs to be stopped. And Mystery's timer running up. That's going to be a cranked kill on Mystery. You got Ronald Clay with 2 of his teammates trying to retake the cave. And that's going to be Gooey going down to Kid Cody at that cave entrance as well. Cody getting refragged by Kid, however. And now trying to hold that cave entrance. That's going to be a trade out there on Lieutenant for Ronald Clay after Lieutenant killed Joker. And just 2 more kills for RNG to take this map for themselves, or 30 seconds, whichever comes first. We'll probably see the 2 kills. Muffin Lover will probably be at least one of the kills. He's just been playing like an absolute madman this round. And that's going to be an Allegiance win, aka an RNG win, 100 to 65, a 35 kill differential. And here is the final kill. Nice little jump shot around from Arsenal Red on Joker. And again, just look at these scores. I mean, even Kid Cody. Wow, Kid Cody with 30 kills, running around with a pistol for a lot of that time, coming in with the top KD of that game for 2.5. Now, another interesting thing to note is that no one on Arsenal or on RNG had more than 20 deaths. regardless of how many kills they got. Even Mystery, who was only 12 and 17, still did not breach that 20 death mark. However, you got 3 players on Arsenal that breached that 20 death mark. And out of those 3, only one got more kills than Mystery with 16. And that would be Gooey getting 16 kills to Mystery's 12. So I think what needs to happen here is Arsenal really needs to play a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for here? They need to play a more careful game, but also a faster game. RNG right now is so fast. They're snapping to people. They've got the reaction time. They've got the aim. And Arsenal was just a little slow that round. But they need to be careful while also being quick. And we did have a little bit of a time to talk to some of these players earlier. So here's what Mystery had to say about his team. First, how did you and your team come together?
So we're a team of 4 right now. So there's me and Lieutenant. Us, we know each other personally. We're friends, like in person and everything. We grew up together. So we've been teaming for a while since Black Ops 3. The other two, Arsenal and Cody, we joined a Discord and we were looking for a team, and they just happened to be looking for a team too. We just started teaming from there.
Okay, so how long have you guys been playing together?
We've been playing together for almost a month and a half now. We've been doing a lot of scrims with different teams, and so far it's been ups and downs, but progress has been there for a month and a half now.
So over that month and a half, have you guys made pretty significant progress as a team?
Definitely, definitely. In the beginning it was tough. We were doing horribly in scrims just because we didn't know how to play with each other or know each other's play style. As we started scrimming more and more with different teams and progressing, we started figuring out what our play style was and how we're able to play with each other. So we've progressed a lot ever since we started, yes.
So do you guys have roles within the team? Like, do you have a?
Yeah, we have a role set. Really, like me, I'm more of the flex player who plays objective or slays when they have to, and then we have our AR and Cody. Lieutenant, we have our main sub slayer, and then Arsenal the support sub slayer. So we kind of have our role set in our team right now. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Are you guys used to playing in these kind of team deathmatch tournaments, or are you used to playing more objective-based game modes?
Personally, me, I'm used to playing more objective game modes. When I saw the ad for this tournament, I was like, well, this will be a fun turnaround to do, for team chemistry and everything for our team since we're fairly new. So this is super new to me, especially hardcore and cranked. So I'm personally excited for this tournament.
Yeah, I'm actually excited too. I haven't gotten to see, let alone cast, a team deathmatch tournament before. So, and
Definitely,
as,
definitely.
with Cranked, I'm sure it'll help keep the spirits high, keep people from sitting in one spot, and keep the action flowing. What are your expectations for your team this tournament? Do you guys expect to win it all, or do you kind of expect to just come in and get your feet wet?
We expect a good match, obviously. Personally, I don't know the other team, but we're just hoping for a good match. And obviously, if it's being casted and live stream, we're just hoping to give people who are watching a good match.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping you guys give us a good match too. I'm looking forward to the tournament, and I hope you guys can pull out the performance that you're expecting.
Definitely, definitely, 1000%. Thank you so much.
Of course. Good luck. And that was Mystery from Rise and Grind, giving us a little bit of interest of history about his team and his friend Lieutenant, how they've come together. First of all, how did your team come together?
Okay. Yeah. So basically,
All right. And that was a team interview with Mystery, captain of RNG, giving us a little bit of background about his team, where they come from, how they started, his friend Lieutenant and him getting the team together. Joining me intermittently throughout the rest of this casting session will be our commissioner, who you heard from at the very beginning of this stream. His internet might be a little spotty, so he might cut out again. But as long as he's here, he should be here to stay. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Let us know what your thoughts were about this first round of the tournament.
Yes, thank you so much, Octopus. Yeah, basically, it was an interesting game to see because going into it, we didn't really have any expectations of what these teams are capable of. So, I don't know if they're going to come on strong and then pick up a little bit later on, or if they're just going to kind of stick with the same strategy. It's going to be very interesting throughout this entire match, especially with the night ones. I mean, the night ones, horrifying.
Yeah, it's as I said, I really wanted to see a night map, and we get started early here with Arsenal Red getting a nice frag on the Ronald Clay coming out of that door. But these night maps are just a different beast, Another good frag there from Arsenal Red on the team of RNG. As you can see on Arsenal Red, whenever he goes to aim down sights, his gun cants to the side, and it's got that laser. That's why these matches are so different compared to these day maps. For instance, Arsenal GUI right now running a red dot on his gun is effectively useless. So it's interesting. It doesn't really give the teams a chance to use some of the gear that they brought into the map.
Oh, that is true. There is no hiding when you're aiming.
All right, now good even match so far. 5-5 start. A little bit slower start than our Azir map. I'm not sure if that is attributed to the map itself or to the fact that it is nighttime. However, Joker going down either to his own C4 or to his crank timer, but does get the C4 kill onto Cody. Team kill, though, from Arsenal Red onto Lieutenant. And then Arsenal Red going down with C4 or his crank kill. It's very weird because the crank kill doesn't have, for those of you who don't know, a specific symbol on the kill feed, so it's hard to tell sometimes. Arsenal Joker with a self-suicide with his own Syntax. And the teams are opting to play a lot more split in this one than on the cave. A lot less pairing off, a lot less grouping up. Kind of everybody just running around doing their own thing.
It's the other thing too, actually, with the cranked mode here, is that this mode, you can't actually see when that timer is going to run out. You can hear the warning signs of the few last seconds, but once that timer runs out, though, you're dead.
Very true. It makes it exciting for some people. Oh, Joker going down to his own crank timer, it looks like there. Cody with a team kill onto Arsenal Red. Mystery getting a frag onto the Kid. And we are looking set for a pretty high-octane match here. It looks like Ronald Clay has opted to turn off his night vision. I'll have to wait until he's allowed to see again. But yes, Ronald Clay has actually turned off his night vision. We're going to stick on him for a couple seconds. Oh, there he goes. Turns it back on, actually. I'm going to say we'll stick with him for a couple seconds, see how this changes his gameplay. But he does opt to put it back on. Gonna run into Muffin Lover here. Does put him down. Looks like, oh, he barely missed Kid Cody coming down, but does get Kid Cody. Now both looking down, gets shot from that long angle across, and that's gonna be Mystery taking him down. One thing I like about this map is the verticality. There's enough verticality to make it interesting, but not so much verticality that you're just confused where you're getting shot from at all times. One map that's like that is Piccadilly. A lot of verticality in that map where you don't necessarily always know where you're getting shot from. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why the teams banned it. But I really do enjoy this map, whether it's day or night.
That one definitely looked like a cranked death.
Yeah, I'm thinking what's happening here is a lot of these people are just dying really close to enemies on their crank deaths. and therefore getting the kill as well. Oh, a nice jumping kill right there from Arsenal Red onto Arsenal GUI. Remember, Arsenal Red is on the team of RNG, even though he does have Arsenal in his name. Pure coincidence. You can't plan stuff like that, you know? And so far, for my man of the match, I'm picking on the side of Arsenal, GUI. GUI is performing a lot better than he did last match. Neither team has an outstanding player yet, but he's playing a lot better than he did last match, really trying to take responsibility as the captain of this team and shepherd them into a victory here. Easvert struggling a little bit, 1-7 currently. We're gonna take a look at him for a couple seconds, see if we can pick out what may be going wrong with Eastvert's gameplay here. But Arsenal Red on the side of RNG is just doing amazing things right now for them. Started off the game really well, has slowed down a little bit as the game has gone on, but still holding that 1.86 KD, which is insane. Easvert looks like he may just be playing hardcore a little too core, if that makes sense. I don't know if you agree with me or not, David, but it just looks like he's playing too slow. He's hard peeking angle slow, he's slow walking around corners, and when you do that, you're asking to get shot first. And if you get shot first in hardcore, you're basically done.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. You mean, especially on Crank too. I mean, if you get that first kill, you got to run. You have to absolutely run. You got to take advantage of that extra boost, that extra reload, because that is your advantage. And that timer, again, you can't see what it is. And 20 seconds might seem like, oh, that's a long time. But, I mean, that goes by in a snap.
Right. And one thing to note as well is that it looks like we have Ronald Clay and Muffin Lover both running the Specialist perk. There are no kill streaks allowed, however, you are allowed to run Specialist. Both of these players have no perks listed on their player card, which is usually an indication of running the Specialist perk, because most players would not just choose to not run any perks at all. But a little bit of a turnaround here, as Arsenal is now 20 kills in the lead over RNG, a lead that RNG had last round. And it's interesting to see the difference in what's going on here, especially when you take a look at these KDs.
You brought up a good point too about how the strategy has definitely changed. They are spread out quite a bit. I mean, when you look at that map, and they are not like together. They are not holding any specific position. They are just everywhere, and they are running into each other. And you know, there's not too much long-range combat, it seems.
Right, and I will say, I think that it was actually a scoreboard bug on my part. That the score is on the wrong side of the scoreboard for me. Because after doing a little bit of quick estimated math, RNG is definitely in the lead here. With Arsenal GUI being the only player on Team Arsenal in double digits, with 4 out of 5 players on RNG being in double digits. That definitely has to be a bug. It looks like RNG is actually in the lead, 70 to 45, even though my scoreboard may have it backwards.
You know what? I think we actually had that issue with one other test tournament that we had, and I'm a bit surprised that they never fixed that, if that is still the issue, because there was a flipping, and so it's very interesting that hasn't been fixed since a few months ago.
Yeah, directing your attention more to this middle left side of the map. A lot of people around that 2-story building with the open roof. Ooh, Kid Cody trying to move in, take that pistol out. The kid is going to put him down, not going to allow him to run through with that pistol and take control of that building like he was in the last map. Oh, and a team kill from Lieutenant onto Muffin Lover. The absence of using that red dot and just having the laser. Recoil control wasn't there. Accidentally put a couple bullets into his teammate's back, and he's going to go down. And we just... It's hard to talk about Kid Cody right now, because apparently there might be a little bit of a connection issue going on with a couple of the players in the round, which unfortunately we can't do anything about. And there are claims that he has a little bit of a lag issue going on. But so when you're going 21-15 in a competitive COD match, That's not just lag. This guy has skill, and it's really fun to watch him play.
Oh yeah, definitely. When you start seeing skill at that level, it definitely shows that. I mean, these are teams. These aren't just guys that were just formed overnight. They've been playing together for a while, so it's very interesting to actually watch that organization. And I mean, we're not listening into them, but their team chat, I'm sure, is fascinating.
Right. A nice kill from Red onto Ease right there, trying to hold the bridge, moves over into the other side, gets taken down in the alleyway. It's going to be Arsenal controlling the alleyway. However, just 15 seconds left in this match and only 8 kills left to go for RNG to put the game away. This is looking like an RNG win for round 2. We're going to be moving into map 3 after this game. Interested to see what the map pick is going to be. Again, that's a complete RNG dice roll. The teams are not picking the maps. They did get to ban 2 maps apiece. And that's going to be an RNG win, 93 to 67. Your final kill coming in from Mystery onto the Kid. Just caught him running down that walkway from the outside. Nice little sneaky spot to sit in. Gooey really picking up his performance. Coming in with a 1.05 KD. Ronald Clay also doing well with a 1.06 KD. Both members of Arsenal doing a better job of kind of stepping up and trying to take a more guiding role for this team. However, Allegiance just slaying out 4 out of their 5 members above a 1.15 KD. All 4 of those members with at least 20 kills. All 4 of those members with under 20 deaths. All 5 of their members actually with under 20 deaths. Whereas you only have 2 players on Arsenal with under 20 deaths. And again, I think that can be attributed to this overly cautious play for hardcore. Slow walking around corners, hard peeking angles, not jiggle peeking. They're not snapping enough. They're trying to kind of slowly play this game, almost as if they're playing a core game mode. But that is going to be it for round 2. We will be getting into round 3 shortly. That would be Allegiance's second win. Or I'm sorry, not Allegiance. RNG. That's just the team that they were on. That will be RNG's second win. If they do win this next round, that will be match in favor of RNG. They will be taking home this $100 prize pool. Can they clinch the sweep, or does Arsenal still have a little fight left in them? We will see right after you guys get to hear from Arsenal Gooey, team captain of Arsenal Disaster.
I was in.
First of all, how did your team come together?
Okay. Yeah. So basically, just a bunch of guys, getting together, playing the game, and I was into the competitive scene, and I kind of introduced them to it, and we decided that we were gonna try and pursue that together.
Okay. Do any of you know each other in real life, or did you all meet online?
Yeah, we all know each other in real life. Everyone knows each other in real life. We may be a few hours away from each other. One of us is out of state, but other than that, we're all pretty much generally in the same location.
Okay, and how long have you guys been pursuing the competitive side of COD?
As a team, we just started maybe a couple weeks ago. I've been doing competitive for about a year now and introducing guys to it. But as far as Arsenal Disaster goes, we've been putting things together in the last couple of weeks, kind of getting our organization started.
Have you guys played in any tournaments or events before this one?
No, this is actually going to be the first tournament.
Well, best of luck to you guys then.
Appreciate it.
How are you looking forward to a non-objective based tournament?
This will be my first non-objective based tournament. I don't doubt that, we have what it takes to get the job done. I think that this was a good start for them being non-objective, just to kind of get their feet wet a little bit on the competitive side of things in Call of Duty.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, no problem.
All right, and that was Arsenal Gooey that you just heard from, team captain of Arsenal Disaster. We're moving into round 3 of this tournament. We're going to be playing on Hackney Yard, and we've got possibly just this last round left. RNG could put it away here. But I really want to see Arsenal take a round for themselves. We'll see how they play here on Hackney Yard. See if we have kind of the same meta that they've been running, with one player on each team kind of running that long to medium range, and the rest of them just kind of running around and doing whatever comes naturally to them. And off to a quick start. I'm going to take a look at Kid Cody, see how he starts off this match. Loving that pistol. Now running a shotgun, it looks like. Slug round shotgun. Here's the doors opening below him. Is going to look for these pistol kills. Not going to find anybody. Moving into a flanking position. Looks like we are going to get a spawn flip here, possibly. A little bit of action going on inside the warehouse, and a nice kill there from Kid Cody onto Easvert. Trying to get that pistol kill out. Not going to be quick enough. Ronald Clay putting him down. Ronald Clay, one of the players from Arsenal that really stepped up in the last match and performed more than expected, as well as Arsenal GUI, who we're going to switch over to now. Moving into the warehouse. Is going to take a peek outside. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Arsenal GUI just took this really slow peek outdoors. Now, no, maybe he shouldn't just sprint through the door, but when you slow peek an angle like that, you're just leaving yourself really open to being shot first. Whereas if you're moving around quick like he just was, maybe you get a bullet to the back, but you can still survive. Lives to get one more kill before being taken down by Lieutenant up there on the tower. Lieutenant, someone we haven't watched a lot of yet, but currently going 7-1 in this matchup. Opting to run with a knife as his secondary. Looking for that extra speed, it looks like. Picks up an extra weapon there. Does get the drop shot kill onto Arsenal GUI. GUI running through the office building, a little unsuspecting. Kid Cody with some more nice pistol kills going around the map. And Lieutenant really just playing this vertical game, playing on the outdoor rooftops here. Getting another couple spawn kills, and that's going to be 3 for Lieutenant right there. Nice triple kill. Put him at 11-1. Easvert again struggling in this game. Not on the normal roster for Arsenal Disaster. That's something to be noted here. He wasn't listed on the roster sheet that we were originally given. And a nice kill there from Lieutenant. Yeah, Easvert going 2-7. Arsenal Joker going 1-8. Both players struggling to find their foothold in this map. Whereas you have 2 people over on RNG that have above a 4.5 KD right now. Kid Cody at exactly a 4.5 and Lieutenant at exactly a 6.5. What are your thoughts on that one?
I mean, hey, I wish I could have something even close to that sort of KD. He's definitely picked up, and he's really pushing it for his team, so there's a lot of fight there.
Yeah, and Arsenal Joker just really getting bullied in this match right now. 1-10. Following him around right now to kind of see if we can see what's going on. Ronald Clay trying to lay down, get the cheeky shot up into the warehouse. Isn't going to find it. And a little bit of a slow reaction there. Joker's reaction is just a little slow. Snapping his aim next to the players he's looking at. And then having to readjust his aim onto the players. He's got to get that snappier aim onto the player model on his first ADS attempt. That's what's causing him to lose there. His crosshair placement is a little lazy, looking at walls as opposed to angles and open walkways. And he's just got to do something to switch it up. Realizes that shot's coming from the window, tries to put a couple shots up there, not going to find anybody. And this is looking like RNG sweep right here. RNG doing a really good job holding that upstairs office window right now. Really good job by them. Muffin Lover doing a good job holding that top window. Mystery looks like he's going to go down to a cranked timer. Mystery so far going down to 4 or 5 cranked timers so far this match. Very interesting. Not something that I thought we'd see a lot of in this tournament, but something that I expected to see one or two times. You know, Lieutenant also getting taken down by a crank timer. Very interesting whenever you note his KD of 6.33 right now. 6.33, everybody. He is killing 6 1/3 people for every time he dies. That is insane for competitive COD. It looks like Mystery there's gonna miss somebody under him. Oh, does get the shot back down onto Joker. Joker fired the first shot but missed. And that's another thing with Joker. He's gotta he's really just gotta acquire his target. I don't think it's an issue of recoil control or anything like that. It's target acquisition. And once his target acquisition gets a little bit better, his gameplay is going to get a little bit better. And it could also be a confidence issue, too. I mean, RNG have beat Arsenal both rounds very heavily. Joker picking up 2 good kills there. That's going to be a nice reset for him. And a nice third one there. That's going to be a good reset for his confidence. Hopefully we'll see him start picking it up for the rest of this round. But as I was saying, RNG beat Arsenal both rounds pretty heavily. And that weighs on a team. Whenever you're here to show people why you're the best and why you deserve to win, that can weigh on you whenever you get beat as heavily as the others.
Oh, that is very true. And I think the transition of different maps definitely, mitigates different strategies that maybe the other team was using. And you're going to basically see a turnover on who's actually going to be really conquering that map.
Yeah. Muffin Lover right now on a current 3 kill streak. Let's get over to him and see how he does with the rest of this life he has. Hopefully not going to go down to a crank timer. We don't love to see that. Is running into kind of nobody right now, though. Everybody on the other team, on the opposite side of the map, is going to find one more kill before he goes down. Solidify his 2.0 KD. Everyone on Arsenal below a 1.0. Arnold Gooey, who really, or Arsenal Gooey, who really stepped up in the last round. Kind of struggling to find some kills here in this round with only 9 kills and 15 deaths. But Ronald Clay at the top of his team scoreboard, which was pretty much to be expected after his recent performances in the last 2 rounds. Muffin Lover back in the window of that second-story office has really liked that spot and has been playing it a lot, bouncing Betty at the bottom of the stairs to catch any unsuspecting intruders, and is going to look to the other spawn, gets 1 kill before being taken down by Joker. Good kill by Joker there to keep him out of that upstairs office window. The Kid now on a 3 kill streak, bringing that KD up for him. He's kind of slaying out here late in the round. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a case of too little, too late, as RNG does have nearly a 30 kill lead. However, it's not necessarily about the win at this point. Whenever you're a competitive team, right now, you've probably already kind of accepted your defeat. You're just looking for that last little boost of confidence. Like, remind yourself why you're here in the first place. And Arsenal the Kid is doing a good job of that. Really not giving up late into this match. Still putting down as many frags as he can. But RNG is just playing out of their mind. They're playing lights out Call of Duty right now. They're slaying out. You can tell that this is a team that loves to slay. Maybe this becomes a different story in an objective-based game mode. However, in Team Deathmatch right now, RNG are clearly the better team. Lieutenant now really controlling the middle of the map, just moving around with no fear. Runs and slides through walkways, jumps over obstacles, doesn't even care to peek his angles until he's already halfway out. He's just running around with no fear, knows he's got that quick reaction, knows he's got that speed to survive. And yeah, his controller speed is ridiculous. He's whipping around like he's using a mouse. And that's going to be RNG taking the 3rd round. It's going to be a clean sweep for RNG here at our hardcore team deathmatch tournament. Final kill by Mystery here onto Eve's Vert over by that telephone booth. And the story of this round was Lieutenant going 30-9. Not quite the 6.3 KD he had mid-round, but still 3.3 is a pretty insane KD when you're talking about actual competitive COD and playing against people that are also just as good as you, if not better, in a competitive scene. Muffin Lover doing a really good job that round of controlling that upstairs office. Like to stay there a lot and has a 1.85 KD to show for it. Ronald Clay, however, the lone member of Arsenal Disaster to have a 1.0 KD going directly even on that last round. Arsenal Gooey stepping back up to get his KD back up to 0.84. And the Kid, obviously, with that late round kind of fight comeback he had to get a couple more slays on the board. One thing that is a little bit nice to see from Arsenal here is that their kills are a little, or their deaths rather, are a little bit lower. Their KDs are a lot closer to even than they have been, but Lieutenant just decided to play like he had aimbot installed. We're not saying that he had aimbot installed, but man, he was snapping to people, and it was very fun to watch. Very, very high octane Call of Duty gameplay, and we're gonna leave you with some last words from the commissioner.
Yeah, definitely. That was an intense game. I mean, you never know what you're going to get with some of these teams because, we published this out. We wanted whoever wanted to join to make their name out there. And, they put on a good game, regardless of who wins. These guys were fighting hard, and you could just tell that you could hear the button mashing on the controllers. And especially with that speed too, for me, I'm a PC player primarily, so to watch controller players basically compete as well as somebody on a keyboard and mouse, it is fascinating to watch that stuff. And for our last 2 tournaments, I believe that we have actually had controller players beat PC players all the time. And I don't know, like, there's a rumor that goes out there that PC players will always beat them. These guys put on good games, and they are intense. They do not screw around.
Yeah, and I do. I know what rumor you're talking about. It's the aim assist. Apparently, it sticks to players a lot more in this game than it has in the past. But we're gonna be swinging by the team chats here and getting a little bit of insight from their players. We're gonna start with RNG, the winners of today's tournament. We're gonna talk to Mystery and his team, and we're gonna switch over there now. Hey guys, congratulations on your big win today in our first hardcore team deathmatch tournament. Mystery,
Yo,
together.
What's up?
In the way that you guys wanted to play. Honestly, first we need to talk about this, Lieutenant. What's going into the 3rd round that just caused you to play like an animal?
Honestly, I really don't know. I have no words for that. I was just popping off right there.
No, he's lying.
Tanner plays warm-ups on
He
this
plays
map.
warm-ups on that map all the time. He's dropping nukes every time on bots in that map.
Oh, okay.
Only on bots.
So veteran bots.
Well, no, Lieutenant, you played a really, really great round. We were watching a lot of that. You were running through the map like you had absolutely no fear and just peeking angles in a million years that probably should have gotten you killed, but you still were able to react and snap to everybody there. Second, Muffin Lover, you really seemed to like that office building on round 3. You were doing a really good job of covering that window and just really not letting anybody have control of that side of the map. So good job there. But Mystery, what do you have to say about your team's performance over the last 3 rounds?
Dude, all I could say is, dude, my team is nasty, dude. That's all I could say.
I would have to agree with you. Kamish, you got any questions for our champions?
Basically, for me, my main question is, how the hell do you get that good? I need to know, because I can't do that. I can't get that KD ratio.
A lot of practice. Work hard.
a lot of no life.
A lot of Warzone.
A lot of wars. Okay,
A lot of
hey,
Warzone.
that works. That works. I mean, I got to get on the Warzone a little bit more. I know they got the Halloween special going on, so that's definitely helpful. And I'm assuming that you guys can really kick some butt there. And it's definitely different when I'm from PC, and I think I mentioned that earlier, but I don't think that I would be able to take you guys on at all. You guys scare me.
I mean, you could try.
We'll put together a Nest team to challenge you guys for the next tournament.
That would be
I'm
fun.
so
you know?
down.
Do it for the content. Do it for the content.
For the content. So one last question for you guys before we go talk to our other team, Arsenal Disaster. How did you feel about the format of this tournament? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you kind of neutral about it?
Personally, we love the format. We're sad that no other teams could compete with us. That it's just us two teams. But for how we had it, I felt like it was organized, well put. You know, everyone was cooperative, and you know, it went smoothly than usually what I would have had in mind in the beginning. You know, so.
Well, good. That's feedback that we love to hear. Well, of course, you know, we like to pat ourselves on the back here that we've been doing a good job. And we love to hear that you guys liked it. So yeah, thank you guys for participating in the tournament. Commish, do you have anything else to say before we go talk to Arsenal Disaster?
Basically, good win, guys. I'm so glad that you put on a great show and you put your best out there because, I mean, I don't know if you guys are planning on going pro, but I'm definitely going to be watching your team.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you again. Hello, gentlemen. We're here with the Arsenal Disaster team, the other team that was participating in our today with team captain Arsenal Gooey. You know, we're gonna just go ahead and start. What were your thoughts on the tournament?
So I mean, overall, it was a good tournament. We put up a good fight. Congrats to the other team. I do feel like, you know, they definitely gave us a run for it. You know, we tried to keep up with them, kept close, and it kind of just fell underneath us in the end. But other than that, I feel like we played a good game. And I'm proud of these guys. They knew this is their first tournament, so I'm proud of what they was able to put out there.
Oh yeah, for the first tournament experience, this was quite the team to play against. They were fast, they knew what they were doing, and they seemed very coordinated. A couple tough losses for you guys, but I mean, you weren't severe. In my opinion, you weren't severely outclassed in any way. A couple things you could do better here and there, but you know, I think that one thing that we were talking about on the stream a lot is how you guys never really gave up, even when you got super down in the rounds. I noticed that sometimes middle of the round you would be down by 15 to 20 kills, but then by the end of the round the score difference was still only 15 to 20 kills. So it's like you guys kind of woke up in the middle of each round. You got used to the flow of the map and where the other team was going to be, and then you were able to kind of stay even with them. And so I wanted to commend you guys on not giving up middle of the rounds and still being able to fight back and keep those KDs up and keep your skills up.
Yeah, appreciate it. It's definitely a learning experience. You know, being an objective-based team, this is something new for us, but, you know, it's definitely a learning experience, and we'll be ready for the next one.
All right, Commish, any questions for him?
Basically, like, since this was your first one, how did you find it? This was your first basic tournament.
Yeah, I came across you guys. I was, you know, just looking for a tournament to get us in, and, you know, get them some experience before the new Call of Duty comes around. And so I ended up coming across you guys and getting registered. Like I said, I wish it would have been more teams, but hey, it was still a good tournament. I love the way it was put together. It was very organized.
Definitely, we love to hear that sort of information. And you know, backing off of what Croctopus said, you guys put up a hell of a fight. You know, these guys had some of the most insane KD Rs that I've ever seen, and you guys didn't give up though. Like, there are some people that would just throw in the towel and basically just let them all over, but you guys put up a good defense, and you know, putting up that defense is key to basically, you know, becoming the next big champs. So I don't know, I could be talking to like the next big Call of Duty champions, and I might be seeing you guys down the line and in a totally different light.
Oh yeah, don't sleep on this commission.
Yeah, so good work to you guys. Thank you for participating. We really enjoyed having you here. We do plan on doing more tournaments like this in the future, so make sure you keep updated in the Discord and on the Twitter for any tournament announcements.
Will do.
Good games to you guys. Congratulations on you know, just competing. You know, a lot of teams don't even have the stones to register and compete. As you can tell, we only have 2 teams here today. So good job for putting yourselves out there and putting up a good fight.
Appreciate it.
Of course. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So it looks like that is going to be it for our hardcore team deathmatch tournament. We did enjoy having you guys here. And as I was saying to some of the teams, we are going to be having more tournaments in the future. They might be Call of Duty. They might be other things. I know there's been a lot of talk about having a Valorant tournament. So if you play Valorant, be sure to go ahead and get your fingers and hands warmed up, because that might be what's up next. Commissioner, any closing thoughts for us here today?
Other than, I hope that we do more of these. I absolutely enjoy them. The stress and the building up of this is, it's hell. It truly is. It's not something that I wish upon anybody, but somehow I love it. I love watching the games. I love watching the players, and I love watching the games at the end of the day, because these guys put in a hell of a fight. They put on a show, and it just really integrates you into the game in a way that it's different than just watching your friend play. It is watching excellent players really put up a good fight, because there's something at stake, and most importantly, that they're actually a coordinated team. It's different gameplay.
All right. Well, thank you, Commissioner, and thank you, everybody that joined us and watching here today. If there's nothing else, this will be the Croctopus signing off. Just remember to follow us on all of our streaming platforms so that you don't miss any of the high octane action. We have Twitch channel, YouTube channel, and Facebook channel, all listed in the Discord, and should be listed in the channel descriptions of the channel that you're also watching right now. Be sure to follow us on socials as well to keep updated with tournament registrations and announcements. And we hope to see you guys competing or watching future tournaments. Have a good night.